Hey everyone, we are here at EPCOT today because today is the first day of the 2023 Flower and Garden Festival. One of my favorites. I go back and forth between Flower and Garden and Festival of the Arts in terms of my favorite, but we're excited to come out here today, check out this year's food offerings, some topiaries, and just see what's new.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's a beautiful day outside. They have some new topiaries in the front themed after Encanto.
Yeah.
And I saw that there's a lot of new items on the food booth menus this year, so I'm excited to try them.
Yeah, new food at EPCOT is always a good thing. These festivals are almost like year long now. They're back to back to back. So anytime there's some new menu items, we always want to come out and try those. And that's what we're going to do today. We'll also see what kind of merchandise they have this year for Flower and Garden. So let's go inside and check it all out.
And right in the front entrance, the topiaries that are here are the characters from Encanto. And it's pretty neat because normally this is not themed to specific characters. And you can see they have all the characters here. There's Mirabelle. Wow, these are new and these are really, really cool.
Now, one of the first things we always do is pick up that festival passport. This is Alex's first stop, always.
Always. I have to see what I'm gonna eat today.
Oh yeah.
I already did a preview online and there is a lot of good stuff that I'm excited to try.
I just can't believe it's already Flower and Garden.
I know, I feel like we were just here for Festival of the Arts, like the opening day for that.
Also over here in the front, they have this butterfly. I love Flower and Garden. I just love all the different topiaries. I love the butterfly house. Oh yeah, we gotta go in the butterfly house.
I don't know about that. I don't like butterflies.
How do you not like butterflies? So we are coming up on the creation shop, and just a little pro tip for you guys before we go inside. Come a little bit later in the day. This morning there was lines and lines of people here, and now we're just walking right in.
So this is one of the new lounge flies for this year. It has Figment on it, and he's like watering some Mickey plants. And on the back it says the EPCOT International Flower and Garden Festival 2023, and this is $78.
They have this mug as well that looks like a pot, and it says, "Let your imagination grow." And there's Figment, there's EPCOT Spaceship Earth right down there. And then of course it has the Flower and Garden Festival 2023 on the back, and this is $19.99. They actually have all the prices for the items listed right here, which is neat. They should do this all the time because almost everything doesn't have a price on it on the price tag anymore. So this is an easy way to do it. Looks like they have some of the little Flower and Garden trash cans as well. These are like salt and pepper shakers. But I always love that they kind of sell these because at food festivals at EPCOT, you always end up eating on top of one of these.
So this shirt is $34.99 and it has Figment on it with the little EPCOT ball and Flower and Garden Festival 2023. I like the material of this. It's actually like a nice material.
And for once, there's actually like a Flower and Garden shirt that isn't what we call
like
old lady.
Yeah.
And for $29.99, they have the Flower and Garden Terrace tumbler. For $36.99, they have this Figment shirt as well. And they have a few more Figment things over here as well. There's these little dishes. Those are pretty cute. What is this, a magnet?
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like a Flower and Garden Festival magnet. And then, of course, you know they're leaning into the Magic Band Plus. This is the Flower and Garden Festival 2023 limited release Magic Band Plus.
For $60, they have the Flower and Garden Festival 2023 Crocs. And it comes with the gibbets on here, which is pretty cool, because usually you have to pay extra for those. They have the Figment bucket hat for this year, Let Your Imagination Grow, and I think it is reversible because it has this design on the inside.
Yeah.
I always regret that I didn't get the Orange Bird bucket hat. That one was my favorite. From, I think it was it last year?
It might have been last year.
Yeah, their ears and the bucket hat was so cute last year with the Orange Bird on it, and I regret not getting it.
But this year there's so much more Orange Bird merchandise.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is new. They have a Snow White collection as well. There's a t-shirt. Looks like they have a coaster set for $19.99. And then there's this little dish as well. I don't know what you would put in here.
I think it's a planter.
Is
You
it?
would put like a little planter in here.
Like a succulent, maybe?
Yeah.
And here's a look at the Orange Bird Spirit jersey for this year. There he is right down there. And with the sun, and it says "Spread in the Sunshine."
Here's the ears for this year with the Orange Bird on them. Like I said before, I liked the design of the Orange Bird ears and hat last year better than this year, but these are still cute.
Yeah. Is this like leather? Like, oh yeah, it's like faux leather.
Yeah.
I like those. And for $44.99, here's the Orange Bird Corksicle. Not a Terrace tumbler. This one's actually by the brand Corksicle, but I really, really like the design on this. Sticking with the Orange Bird theme for $19.99, they have this Orange Bird mug there's a better look at the back of it.
And then for $85, they have the lounge fly with the orange bird on it, and he has like a little flower headband. It's cute.
And they have some orange bird apparel. Look at him just hanging out there with his shades on. These are $40. And then there's also this orange bird tank top. So we found another orange bird t-shirt. There he is with the rainbow. It says Groovy Garden.
For $29.99, they have an orange bird hat, and he has sunglasses on. That's so cute. And then take a look at the back. It says Spread in the Sunshine, and then under the cap it has all flowers. That's pretty
cool.
cute.
I like that hat.
Yeah.
I would get it if it didn't have the flowers on the inside.
Right.
Like that makes it
girly.
a little bit more girly, but I do like that. And of course they come with the CVS receipt of a tag. We're gonna go through some of the pins that they have for this year's Flower and Garden Festival. Here's this one for $19.99. Of course there's a couple of different Figment pins. This is the same designs that are on those shirts that we showed you before. Here's another orange bird pin. This one is $17.99. And then if you're an annual pass holder, of course there are exclusive items. This one right here is a corksicle, I believe. Yes, this is a corksicle. This is $44.99. There's a look at the design on the front. It has Figment, Orange Bird, and Snow White. So all three characters in one.
Here are the two different pass holder pins for this year. One has the Figment design and one has the orange bird design.
There's a couple of more items that we found, like this long sleeve baseball tee. This is the pass holder shirt for this year. Again, it has all three characters, just like on the tumbler. This is $40. I will say, I do think that this year's Flower and Garden merchandise is better than the last couple of years that they had. I'm not the biggest fan of the designs that they put out for Flower and Garden, but this year's actually are a little bit more improved. So we're about to head into World Showcase, and look who is greeting us as we make our way in. You have Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Chip and Dale. And these are big. These are like some of the biggest topiaries I think I've seen here.
That smells good.
It smells like floral.
Visitors to Hawaii are often welcomed with traditional flower lei made of plumeria.
Here's another one. This one is rose. It says with more than 300 species, the elegant rose is an international symbol of love and friendship. Oh, look at that.
Aww,
I guess that's why you give roses out on Valentine's Day, or...
I was gonna say, Matt got me roses on Valentine's Day.
They didn't smell as good as this, though. And it really is a beautiful day here at EPCOT for the start of the Flower and Garden Festival. Look at all the flowers in front of the Imagination Pavilion over there. It would just be perfect if a monorail came through right about now. But what a beautiful day. So it's currently 5:15, and this sign says that the virtual queue is open for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. We're gonna hop in the app and see if we can get ourselves a boarding group for later. Well, I thought the sign was gonna be wrong, but it turns out it is right. It has an estimated wait of 228 minutes. We're group 184, but we were able to make a boarding group right at 5:15 without having to buy the lightning lane. I'm curious when they're gonna call us. And right at the entrance to World Showcase, you have some flower topiaries here, and then also there's the Goof. Goofy's out here towering over World Showcase. As we make our way in, we're gonna start towards the left and see what kind of food we can find. So we're not gonna be stopping here today, but the first booth that you're gonna pass if you head towards Mexico is Florida Fresh. I just wanted to show you what the menu looks like here. There's a couple different grilled street corn on the cobs. They have blackened fish sliders and a watermelon salad. Ooh, and a strawberry shortcake. Definitely have to come back here either later or the next time. So I think our first stop is going to be at the Citrus Blossom, which is the booth that is inside of the Odyssey Pavilion. And they have a couple of things that sound really good. They have orange sesame tempura shrimp, citrus baked brie, and a lemon meringue pie. Look at those. That lemon meringue pie looks really good. And then they also have this orange lemon smoothie, which we want to get. And it comes in the souvenir Orange Bird sipper cup. And just on the other side, they have what the sipper cup looks like. Try to get my shadow out of the way. And there he is. How cute is that? So similar to the Figment popcorn bucket release, it looks like they're doing mobile order pickup for the Orange Bird sipper cup. And it's right over here. So when you first walk in, this first little group of registers, that's where all the orange birds are, back there. And similar to Festival of the Arts, they themed the Odyssey Pavilion. You can see the mural on the back wall with the orange trees, some of the graphics above, and then they have all the merchandise that we showed you earlier over here for sale as well. And I love this. Look at this mural that's on this back wall. It says, "Greetings from the EPCOT International Flower and Garden Festival, Lake Buena Vista, Florida," which is obviously where Disney World is. This is so awesome. All right, so here's our little smorgasbord of things that we got from the citrus blossom. We got the brie dish, the shrimp, and then the sipper. And then give us the further details.
Okay, so we got the orange sesame tempura shrimp with orange chili sauce. We got the citrus baked brie with preserved lemon marmalade, limoncello blueberries, and spiced Marcona almonds. And then inside the sipper is an orange lemon smoothie, and I already took a sip of it. It is so good.
Okay, here we go. Tempura shrimp. Again, this was $7. Let's see how it is. Decent flavor. I wish I had more of like the orange glaze that came on it. There's a little bit of it on there, but I thought it was going to come on the side and you were going to be able to like dip the tempura shrimp into it. Let's get another bite. Yeah, just had another bite. It's not as like orangey, citrusy as I would have liked it to be. It tastes like tempura shrimp, like something you would get at a sushi restaurant, or if you get like a bento box, sometimes this comes in there. It's decent, but again, it's just, you really taste like the fried flavor more so than anything else. And I think it needs a little bit more of that orange glaze on top. And here's the Orange Bird sipper. I'm gonna wash down that tempura shrimp with this. Wasn't the biggest fan of the tempura shrimp, if I'm being honest. I would probably pass on this and not get this one again. But that slushie, 10 out of 10. And for $15, you get the slushie plus the Orange Bird sipper. It's a really good deal. So I highly, highly recommend that you try that. If you like orange creamsicles, that's kind of what this tastes like. It has a little bit more of a lemony taste than normal creamsicle, but it's really, really, really good. Definitely get it.
So I've had a few bites of the brie so far, and I do really like it, but I'm trying to figure out that like it has a sweet flavor because of the marmalade that's on it, but then there's also something that's making my mouth like a little bit spicy, and I don't know what it is. I really like it's hard to figure out. But if you do like brie, I think you should try this because I like all the different flavors that it has. It has the orange marmalade on it, and then I'm not used to having like blueberries and almonds on my brie, but it's a good like mix of things.
Here's a closer look at the Orange Bird sipper. I love it because Orange Bird is holding his own Orange Bird sipper. Definitely worth it. Again, for $15, you get the little sipper and the drink. There's food festival items at other theme parks that are charging close to that just for a food or a drink, and you get to take home the little sipper. So overall, the Odyssey food offerings were pretty good. Just didn't really care for the shrimp, but the brie was good, and then the Orange Bird sipper is good, and then we definitely want to go back for that other dessert. We definitely have to come back and try that because that looked good as well. So we're continuing around World Showcase. We stopped over in Norway. We had to come over and see the troll, and he's looking as ugly as ever. Look at him. Also over here in Norway is Anna and Elsa. These are here all the time, but always love these because look at the detail on them. It really does look like Anna and Elsa. Also, let's just talk about how this is day one of a food festival here at EPCOT, and there's like barely anybody in World Showcase. It's only 5:30 p.m., about 5:30, 6 o'clock. And there's just so much room. This is amazing. Came across the Basin booth, which is always really popular, and we noticed some Orange Bird things in the back, so we have to pop in here and see what they have.
So they have an Orange Bird soap shaper. So where you pump the soap off the top, it looks like a slice of an orange.
That's awesome.
I like that.
I feel like we need that. You know, like we live in Florida.
Anything with Orange Bird on it, I need.
Exhibit A. They also have an Orange Bird lip balm for $4.99. An Orange Bird body butter. Over by the Friendship boats, they have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. These were new either last year or the year before, and they are probably my favorite topiaries in the entire festival. They're so well done, so detailed. I love these. I had to come over by the train village to check out my favorite little hidden detail, is that all the flags change out to the flags of the festival. So those are all flower and garden flags now. So even though we are not going to eat in every single country, we are going to come in and see what the topiaries are like. And this one's Lady and the Tramp over here in Italy. And there they are. There's Lady and the Tramp right here in front of Via Napoli. Those are big too. I feel like those are always the same size, but I feel like those Mickey and Minnies that are in the front are really throwing me off. Stopped over here by Magnolia Terrace, which is the America booth. Check out what they have. They have a muffaletta panini, spicy chicken gumbo, a crawfish pie, and bananas Foster bread pudding. I think the idea is to go around and try like as much food as we want to try, and then we'll do another lap for desserts.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Because I do want to try that bananas Foster bread pudding.
That sounds really good. And it's only $4.75. I feel like that's a good deal.
Also over here in America is the Princess Tiana Topiary. I believe this is new. And she looks amazing. Look at all the detail on her face. Beautiful. And I love like the backdrop that they gave her. They have that like Spanish moss. Absolutely beautiful. This is probably the nicest one I think we've seen so far. Next up, we are here at Hanami, which is the Japan Pavilion. And I know I just said that we weren't going to do any desserts until we ate the food, but I'm going to break that. And we're going to be getting Frushi, of course. They have a sushi dish and a creamy shrimp udon. Are you going to get the sushi?
I think so.
Yeah?
I have to try it. I mean, I'm a sushi connoisseur, so I have to see how this is.
And here it is, always a festival favorite for us. It is Frushi, always so good. And then Alex actually got real sushi. I don't eat real sushi, so that's why I go with the Frushi.
So the sushi is assorted nigiri sushi with lemon curd salmon, soy marinated tuna, and curd mackerel.
This is very fitting for us because I don't eat sushi.
Yeah.
So you got the real sushi and I got the fake one.
Yeah, but you have to save me a piece of Frushi because that's also my favorite.
I don't
You
know.
have to.
Listen, they only gave me 4 pieces. I can't make any promises. If you guys have been following us for a little while, you know that one of our biggest rules is that we don't eat on camera. We don't like to chew because that's kind of gross. But I'm going to break that rule because we all have to savor in the moment of the first bite of Frushi as I just drop some whipped cream on the table for 2023. Here we go. The Frushi is always so good. It is refreshing. It's sweet. It's very, very simple. It's just rice with some fruit mixed in it. And then, of course, they give you the whipped cream with the raspberry sauce. So simple, but always so, so good. It's really good on a hot day as well. It's not too hot tonight, but if you're here during the day, you get those nice bursts of pineapple. Always a fan favorite. If you've never had the Frushi, you have to try it.
Okay, so I ate the salmon because I really like salmon, but the other two I'm not a big fan of, and because it's not like in a it's not a sushi roll, it's like the big chunk of fish on top of the rice. I'm not a big fan of that, only with salmon really, and like certain other fish. So this wasn't the best thing to get. I probably should have known that just because it wasn't all salmon, it was different kinds of fish. So I definitely wouldn't get this again. But if you do like sushi, it is a good option. But I'm gonna try the Frushi now and see if it's just as good as I remembered it.
Oh, it
last
is.
year.
Oh, trust me, it is. They were a little stingy on the raspberry sauce this year. They're kind of rationing a little bit with that one little stripe. But it's good. It's just as good as ever. When that Frushi hits.
That's where it's at.
That is it.
That is what to get at that
Forget
point.
this sushi. Go with the Frushi. I don't steer you wrong ever.
That's so good.
They have a little like Japanese garden here. And there's all different sorts of chimes and things hanging up. And it's interactive. Like every few seconds, the different things will move. Oh, wait, there it goes. Just like that. And there's a few more down here, too. This is really neat. Really peaceful.
I really
right?
like this, yeah. This
But-
is new for this year. I don't think this was here last year.
I feel like I could just stand here and this will take all my worries away. There's some more over here. You can see kind of how these things are working. You'll see they'll fill up these bamboo, I guess they're like bamboo tubes over here, and it gets heavy and it gets heavy, dumps it out, and then it hits the drum. Right on the back side of the Morocco Pavilion, you can find Kermit and Miss Piggy. I always love how Kermit's on his little bike. Just having a great day. He's got his little sunflowers in his basket. And there's Miss Piggy. Next stop on the Flower and Garden food tour is Isla Fresca. Here's a look at their menu. We're going to be getting the sugarcane shrimp skewer and the coconut tres leches. Here's a look at the sugarcane shrimp skewer. This has Ben's original long grain white rice, mango salsa, and coconut lime sauce. And then for dessert, again, I broke my rule. This is the coconut tres leches. It's a vanilla cake soaked in oat milk, almond milk, and coconut milk with toasted coconut. So I had a bite of the shrimp skewer. Really, really good flavor. The sauce that's on top of that, so good. Definitely has a little bit of a kick, so if you don't like spicy foods, just be weary. Try to eat the ones that don't have as much sauce on it. But the flavor of it is really, really good. I'm trying to figure out the temperature of it because it's not cold, but it's also not warm. It's kind of like this weird room temperature type of shrimp. But yeah, the flavors are good. I do like the flavors. I didn't try the rice or the mango salsa yet. I think the next bite that I'm gonna have, I'm gonna put some of that mango salsa on top of it. But again, pretty good flavor so far.
I just tried a bite and the shrimp got caught in my throat and Matt like completely ignored me and just continued to film like, oh yeah, the flavors are really good.
I thought you were just trying to turn away so that you didn't cough on camera.
No, it was like stuck in my throat for a second.
Tried a little bit more of the shrimp with the mangoes on top of it. Really, really good. There's also tomatoes in there and like some onions. So it's got awesome flavors. And then the rice is pretty good as well. It's just like basic white rice, Ben's white rice. But the shrimp itself is good. I really, really enjoyed this. This is definitely something I would get again. There's a look at the cake over there as well. You can see a little bit more of the inside of it. Of course, it has all those coconut flakes on top. We'll let you know what we think. Holy cow, the Tres Leches cake is so good. Like, this Isla Fresca booth is a hit. I feel like it's a hit at every festival because for Festival of the Arts, they have the empanada. They always have really good food over here. It's turning into one of my favorite foods. But that Tres Leches cake is great. It's nice and moist, and like the bottom of it is almost just like, I don't want to say not cooked, but it's like cake batter. That's how like soft it is. The flavors are amazing. Definitely recommend both the shrimp and the Tres Leches cake. If you're coming here, you can't go wrong with either one of those, but if you want a slam dunk of a dessert, that cake is really, really good. So we made our way into the France Pavilion. You can see the Belle and Beast Topiary over there, but we're gonna head this way because that is where Lumiere is. Does he have eyebrows this year?
We're gonna check.
That was the big mystery of last year.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have them last year, and then when everybody was like, why does he look so weird, they added eyebrows on him.
And
they listened.
Not that they're watching our video, but it was literally like a day or two after we put our video out, he had eyebrows.
Yeah,
and we were talking about none, so let's see.
He got them microbladed like me.
There's Lumiere and Cogsworth, and the clock actually works. It's moving back and forth. That's really neat. And Lumiere lights up. His little candle hands light up, and he does have eyebrows. So the eyebrow debate of 2023 has been settled. Lumiere is all set with his eyebrows for this year. I think he needs a little bit of a touch-up, but he's looking good. He's looking fresh.
The people standing over there probably thought that was nuts because he's just like, okay, and Lumiere has eyebrows this year. That's great. Everyone probably thinks we're insane.
These are the hard-hitting issues.
That's so funny.
We don't bring you the standard theme park content. We talk about the body parts and hairs of the topiaries. Listen, you could go anywhere else, you could get food reviews from anybody else, but who else is going to tell you if the topiaries have eyebrows or not? Only me. And we found Alex's favorite topiary. It's Tinkerbell. And look at that. There's all the pixie dust behind her, lighting up. It's so cool. I think they had the Tinkerbell one last year. Look at all the little fairy houses that are around her. That is awesome. Here in the United Kingdom, there's Pooh and Friends. They have been here for the longest time. There's Pooh, and there's Rabbit over there holding his carrots. Of course, you have Tigger, and then over here, there's Piglet and Eeyore. Looking so sad.
He's my fave. I love Eeyore. Cheer up, Eeyore. It's gonna be okay.
So as you're making your way into Canada, just before the actual entrance to the Canada booth, they have some of the Peter Pan topiaries. There's the Croc. And before TikTok was a thing, TikTok meant him. He was the original TikToker. And here's Peter Pan and Captain Hook. Check him out. Captain Hook was always one of my favorite ones. Look how angry he looks. He's ready for a fight. Also over here by Canada, there's Bambi, Thumper, and Blossom. And there's Bambi. Wow, look at that. So our next and most likely final booth of the night is going to be the Honey Bee-stro. They had a flatbread last year that was really good, so we'll see if this year's one is just as good. So we got two different things from the Honey Bee-stro. The first is the chicken and waffles, which is crispy honey brine chicken and honey sweet cornbread waffle with whipped honey butter and spicy honey. That sounds really, really good. And then we got the flatbread, which is different than the flatbread from last year. This one has honey whipped mascarpone, honey caramelized onions, blueberry gastrique, prosciutto, honey whipped goat cheese, arugula, honey vinaigrette, and bee pollen.
I got a big bite of like the goat cheese in my first bite, and like the goat cheese has a very potent flavor. So that kind of caught me off guard at first, but I really like it. There's so many different flavors. Like there's the prosciutto, there's the goat cheese, there's the balsamic glaze on top. So I really like how all the flavors like mix in well with each other. The bread though is like, I feel like it's not like the best bread. You know, it's just like, it is a flatbread pizza, so it's not like real pizza, but it's okay. But yeah, I would get this again just because I really like how all the flavors like tie in together.
And now it's time to try the item that I was anticipating the most, the chicken and waffles with that honey butter and that hot honey. This looks quite good. So we're gonna dig in. We'll try to get everything on one bite. Might be a little bit difficult, but this does look really good. So I actually like the chicken and waffles a lot. The chicken was cooked perfectly. It was a little bit crispy, which was nice too. So it was almost like the crispiness of like a chicken nugget. And then it had a little bit of a kick to it. I know it's like honey brine chicken, but there was something in there that gave it a little bit of a kick on the actual chicken itself. And then the spicy honey added a lot to it as well. So overall, a really, really good dish. I think the waffle was the best part because it was a cornbread waffle. It fell apart really nicely, had really good flavors. I do think the chicken and waffles is better than the flatbread, but try the flatbread. I mean, it wasn't bad. It's just that last year's was so good that that's kind of what I was hoping for this year. But I probably would get the flatbread again, in all honesty. So we are heading towards Journey into Imagination just because we want to see the Figment Topiary, and we almost walked right past the Lion King. There is Mufasa and Simba and Rafiki. That is awesome. Look, he even has the little mark on his forehead. But Disney definitely needs to like light up these topiaries. We've been saying that all night as we've been walking around. I know it's only day one, so maybe they'll add them in, but these definitely need lights shining on them at night. So apparently some of these are lit up and some of them are not. Here is Timon and Pumbaa. They got the lighting package, but these ones are lit up. Those ones back there were not. And then back over here, there's Figment right there, and he's not lit up either. And there is Figment. I upped the exposure on the camera so you can see him a little bit better, but he normally does not have a light in front of him, so he's another one that needs a light. But this is always one of my favorites. We were just saying, I don't know the last time we were on test track, and I checked the wait, and it's only a 30-minute wait, so I think we're gonna hop in the single rider line and see if we can get on. It's been a long time. Wow, we literally are walking right on. There was nobody in the single rider line other than us. And here we are.
We literally just walked right on. Like, that was quicker than lightning lane.
That was great. Yeah, the lightning lane was even more backed up than this one is.
And we're gonna be in the same car.
Yeah, I'm in row 1, Alex is in row 2. But it's been at least a year since we were on this ride.
I was gonna say, I honestly don't remember the last time we rode
this. We'll begin with the capability test to see how your vehicle designs perform under challenging weather and surface conditions.
Monitoring road surface. Commencing SimCar off-road and extreme weather sequence.
Here comes the final test.
Energizing for power test.
Alright, so that is going to do it for our first trip out here to the Flower and Garden Festival for the 2023 season. Good day. Got to try a whole bunch of food, checked out the merchandise, even got to go on a couple of rides. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, they always do such a great job with the topiaries. I absolutely love them. They're so nice to look at. It was a beautiful day. We got to try some really good food, and there's still some things that I want to come back and try. So we'll definitely be back and we'll take you guys along.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we'll be back here multiple times, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, subscribe down below. This festival runs until July, right into Food and Wine. This is a very long festival. It's 4 months long.
Yeah.
So there'll be plenty of videos to come about Flower and Garden. We'll probably do the scavenger hunt. Lots to come. So hope you guys enjoyed coming along with us today. If you did, make sure you give the video a nice big thumbs up. If you guys are new to our channel, subscribe down below so you don't miss out on all of our future videos to come. And with that being said, we'll see you guys real soon.